All right, so we're diving into the AirPods 4 today. You sent over that Amazon listing. What was the first thing that caught your eye?
The personalization, I think, it really jumped out at me. Apple is really going beyond just improving the hardware. They're using software now to try and tailor that listening experience to each person.
So are we like entering the age of truly personalized audio? Is that kind of what they're hinting at?
It's definitely a possibility. The AirPods 4 have a ton of features like that, personalized spatial audio and adaptive audio that seem to suggest they're moving in that direction.
Interesting. Okay, let's unpack some of these features, starting with comfort and stability. Looks like they redesigned the contour, shortened the stem, and added quick press controls.
Yeah, I think that's a direct response to the criticism of the earlier AirPods. I
Yeah,
think
correct.
a lot of people had issues with the fit, especially people with smaller ears.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Addressing that pain point right away. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, active noise cancellation. It's an open-ear design, right?
Mm.
Is it as good as the hype?
Yeah, I mean, looking at the reviews on Amazon, most people seem very impressed with the active noise cancellation, especially for an open ear design.
That's surprising. I always thought you needed those silicone tips to actually block out the noise. How does it even work?
Well, it's pretty cool. Apple uses microphones to kind of analyze that ambient sound around you and then generates opposing sound waves that cancel out the noise.
Uh, So it's like magic, but with sound waves? Pretty slick. But okay, what if you need to hear what's going on around you, like someone tries to talk to you or you're crossing the street?
That's what transparency mode is for. That allows you to hear everything around you without taking out your earbuds.
Okay, that's handy. I can see that being useful. What about those other features you mentioned before? Adaptive audio and conversation awareness. How do those work?
Adaptive audio is basically like having a DJ in your ear. It blends ANC and transparency mode based on your environment.
So like if I'm walking down a busy street, it'll automatically crank up the noise cancellation.
Hmm.
And then if I go into a quiet cafe, it'll switch over to transparency mode.
Exactly. And then conversation awareness takes it a step further. If it detects that you're talking to someone, it'll lower the volume of your music.
So I don't have to like rip out an earbud mid-conversation. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about sound quality. The listing mentions something called voice isolation for better call clarity.
Basically, it's like a spotlight on your voice. It uses the microphones to focus on the speaker's voice and reduce background noise.
So no more, can you hear me now? Yeah, that's good. Now what about Siri? How much can you do as Siri on these AirPods 4?
A lot, actually. You can control playback, make calls, get directions, check your schedule, even respond to messages hands-free.
Hands-free is always a plus. Plus they added those Siri interactions so you can just nod or shake your head to respond.
Exactly. It's all about making the user experience as effortless as possible.
And speaking of effortless, they have this personalized spatial audio, which sounds kind of mind-blowing.
It's pretty amazing. It's like surround sound, but personalized. It uses dynamic head tracking to create a 3D soundscape.
Okay, so it's like you're in a movie theater, but it's just for your ears. How does that actually work?
Well, it uses sensors to track your head movements in relation to your device.
Hmm.
If you turn your head, the sound adjusts with you.
Wait a minute. So if I turn my head to the left, the sound will like pan to the right. That's wild. It's not just about better sound quality, it's like interactive audio.
Yeah, you got it.
That's
And
right.
it's not just for movies either. It works with music shows, games, even FaceTime.
Whoa. The possibilities with that are huge.
Mhm.
Imagine gaming or VR with that spatial audio.
Definitely. It's a big step forward in audio tech.
Okay, let's bring it back down to earth for a second and talk about the practical stuff.
Yeah.
The case, battery life, all that.
Right. So the charging case is smaller now, and it supports wireless charging. You can use an Apple Watch charger, a USB-C cable, or any T charger.
So plenty of options there. How's the battery life though?
With active noise cancellation on, you get up to 5 hours of listening time and 4.5 hours of talk time. With the charging case, you can get up to 30 hours total.
Not bad, considering all the features packed in there. Speaking of which, what are the key components that make these AirPods tick?
The heart of it all is the H2 chip. That's the brains behind all the audio processing. So spatial audio, adaptive audio, noise cancellation, it's all powered by that.
Okay, so the H2 chip is like the MVP here. What about the actual audio components? The drivers and things.
Well, they have a custom high excursion Apple driver, which essentially means it can move more air, which creates a richer sound. And then it's paired with a high dynamic range amplifier to make the music sound more detailed.
So they've tackled the issue of earbuds sounding teeny or lacking bass. Like that, and it's all controlled through those touch controls on the stem, right?
Exactly. You can play and pause, skip tracks, take calls, activate Siri, and control the noise cancellation modes.
All right, and what about those sensors? How do they know when you're wearing them or if you're moving your head?
They have a bunch of sensors in there, like an optical sensor that detects if they're in your ear and a motion sensor for the spatial audio head tracking.
Okay, we've covered a lot here. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, what are your first impressions of all these features?
I think Apple's making a pretty bold statement with the AirPods 4. It's clear that they're pushing the boundaries of personal audio tech with all these features.
So they're not just competing in the audio market, they're trying to shape it. It's a big statement.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, before we dive deeper into that, let's take a quick break and come back for part 2 of our AirPods 4 deep dive.
You know, when we were talking about Apple shaping the audio market, it's not just about, adding cool new features. It's about how those features raise the bar for everybody else.
Okay, I'm with you. So how exactly are these AirPods changing the game?
Well, think about it. Features like spatial audio and adaptive audio, those aren't just gimmicks. They're changing how we experience sound. And as those features become more common, other companies are going to feel the pressure to innovate and keep up.
So it's kind of like a trickle-down effect. The innovation at the top pushes everyone to improve.
Exactly. It all leads to more competition, and in the end, consumers benefit from having more choices and better audio experiences.
Okay, that makes sense. So for our listeners who are maybe thinking about buying these, what are the main trade-offs they should consider?
That's a good question. One big one is sound quality versus noise cancellation. The AirPods 4 sound great for open earbuds, but they're probably not going to block out as much noise as those in-ear models with the silicone tips.
Yeah, because you just don't get that perfect seal without them. So for people who need that serious noise cancellation, they might want to look elsewhere.
Exactly. And then there's the fit. Some people have mentioned that the AirPods 4 aren't as secure as other models, especially when working out.
So runners and gym goers might want to keep that in mind.
Yeah, it all comes down to what you prioritize. Comfort, noise cancellation, sound quality features. It's about finding what works best for you personally.
Finding your audio soulmate. I like it. Now, how do these AirPods 4 compare to other Apple products and their competitors?
One of the biggest advantages is that seamless integration with the Apple ecosystem. They pair so easily with iPhones, iPads, Macs, Apple Watches, and you can just switch between them instantly.
Hmm. Seamless switching is a lifesaver. I can't tell you how many times I've struggled with Bluetooth trying to connect to a different device.
It's a pain. And it's not just about connectivity. Apple's creating a unified audio experience across all their devices with these features like spatial audio and adaptive audio.
Yeah, it's like they're building an ecosystem of experiences, not just individual products. That's pretty smart.
Now, when you look at the competition, the AirPods are definitely up against some strong rivals in the wireless earbud market. There are other brands offering similar features, sometimes at a lower price.
Yeah, all these bells and whistles do come at a price. So how do they stack up price-wise?
Well, the Amazon listing actually has a handy price comparison chart. You can see how the AirPods 4 compare to the AirPods Pro 2, the non-ANC AirPods 4, and the AirPods Max.
Okay, so you've got options depending on your budget and your needs.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to spatial audio. I'm still blown away by this idea of a personal movie theater for your ears.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of the things that makes spatial audio so unique is that dynamic head tracking. It uses this motion detecting accelerometer to track how your head is moving.
Wait, so if I turn my head, the sound actually moves with me in real time?
Exactly. It's like the audio is fixed to the screen. And it's not just for movies either. It works with music shows, games, even FaceTime.
That's crazy. Okay, and what about adaptive audio? Does that use any special sensors to work its magic?
Adaptive audio mainly relies on the microphones in the earbuds. They're constantly analyzing the sounds around you to adjust the noise cancellation and transparency levels.
So it's like having a tiny sound engineer in my ear making adjustments on the fly.
Pretty much. It's all about creating the best possible listening experience no matter what you're doing.
Before we wrap up this part, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier about Apple shaping the audio market. What are some of the bigger implications of this trend towards personalized audio?
Well, I think it has the potential to completely change how we experience sound in our everyday lives. Imagine earbuds that could adapt to your mood, your activity level, even your biometrics.
You talk about earbuds that can like read my mind? That sounds like science fiction.
Maybe not mind reading, but definitely personalized soundtracks based on your emotional state.
Right.
What if your earbuds could play calming music when you're stressed or upbeat music when you're feeling energized?
That would be incredible. How far off is this kind of technology?
It's hard to say for sure, but things are moving so quickly in the world of audio tech. I think we might see some of these concepts become reality sooner than we expect.
Okay, well, that's exciting stuff. We still got a lot more to cover with the AirPods 4 themselves. So stick around for part 3 of our deep dive, where we'll go even deeper into these groundbreaking earbuds. Okay, so we're back for the final part of our AirPods 4 deep dive, and we're ending on a high note with those two big features everyone's talking about: personalized spatial audio and adaptive audio.
Yeah, let's start with spatial audio. It's really something else. It's a total game changer in the audio world.
I'm ready to be amazed. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Okay, imagine you're watching a movie on your iPad, right? But the sound isn't just coming from the speakers, it's like all around you, like you're actually in the movie theater. That's spatial audio.
Okay, I think I get it. But how does it actually do that? What's the secret?
It's not magic, but it's pretty close. Apple uses special hardware and software to create this super immersive sound.
Okay, but what's the special ingredient? What makes it different?
Well, it's called spatial audio with dynamic head tracking. And it uses sensors to actually follow your head movements and then change the sound accordingly. So if you turn your head to the left, the sound shifts a little to the right. It's like the sound is anchored to the screen.
Oh, hold on. So the sound actually moves with me as I move my head. That's insane.
Exactly. It creates this 3D sound experience that's unlike anything you've ever heard before.
And it's not just for movies, right? It works with music and stuff too.
Oh, yeah. Spatial audio works with all kinds of stuff. Music, TV shows, games. You can even use it on FaceTime calls. Imagine talking to someone on FaceTime and it feels like they're right there in the room with you.
My mind is officially blown. This is next level stuff. Okay, let's talk about adaptive audio. What makes it so intelligent?
Well, adaptive audio is all about giving you the best listening experience no matter where you are. It's constantly using its microphones to analyze the sounds around you and then adjusts the noise cancellation and transparency levels.
So it's like a little sound engineer living in my ear, adjusting the audio on the fly.
Pretty much, yeah. If you're walking down a noisy street, it'll crank up the noise cancellation to block everything out. But if you're in a quiet cafe, it'll switch over to transparency mode so you can hear what's going on around you without taking out your earbuds.
That's so smart. It's like it can anticipate my needs.
Exactly. All these features work together to create the best possible sound.
Now, these features, they sound pretty demanding. I bet they need a lot of processing power.
You're right about that. And that's where Apple's H2 chip comes in. This chip is the brains of the operation. It handles all the complex stuff for spatial audio, adaptive audio, and that improved noise cancellation.
So it's like the unsung hero behind all these amazing audio features.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. The H2 chip also powers this feature called automatic switching, which means your AirPods can seamlessly connect to all your Apple devices.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. So I could be listening to music on my iPhone, and then if a call comes in on my iPad, the AirPods will automatically switch over.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. It's all part of Apple's goal to create this totally seamless and connected audio experience across all your devices.
It's pretty impressive how they fit so much technology into such a tiny device. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what are your final thoughts on the AirPods 4? Where do they fit in the big picture?
You know, I think these AirPods mark a turning point in audio technology. This isn't just a new pair of earbuds, it's a statement about where personal audio is headed.
What kind of statement?
It's saying that personal audio is no longer just about listening, it's about experiencing. It's about immersing yourself in a world of sound that's customized for you.
So we're moving away from one-size-fits-all audio and into a world where sound is truly personalized.
Exactly. And the AirPods 4 are leading the way with features like spatial audio and adaptive audio. They're pushing the limits of what's possible.
It's pretty exciting to think about what's next. What kind of innovations are just around the corner?
Well, imagine earbuds that can read your biometrics and adjust the sound accordingly, maybe to enhance your mood or help you focus better.
Whoa, now you're just showing off. That sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It might sound far-fetched, but who knows? The future of audio is full of possibilities.
Well, that's a great thought to end on. So as we wrap up our AirPods 4 deep dive, we want to thank you all for joining us on this journey into the world of sound.
It's been a pleasure exploring the future of audio with you.
And to our listeners, keep your ears open for the next wave of innovation in personal audio. The future is listening.
Don't miss out on the future of sound. If you're ready to experience audio like never before, the Apple AirPods 4 are calling your name. Imagine a world where every note is crystal clear, every conversation is distraction-free, and every moment feels immersive. That's the power of the AirPods 4. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button to show your support. And don't forget to subscribe for more tech reviews, tips, and all the latest in cutting-edge gadgets. Your next upgrade could be just one click away. Join the tech revolution. Tap that bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's elevate your audio experience together. Ding dong boom.